Hello, Levi.
Hello, Mr. Bill.
Come on. There we go.
Your mic sounds good tonight.
Good. I started it early, so I'm waiting to see if anybody else.
Oh.
Hello, Madonna. Alrighty. I'll come to attention. Okay. So, for David and Marjorie, Levi, you remember this guy too. Sort of a blast past. Well, I got a friend request from Brian Davis. So I sent him a link to the group page, and I sent him a link to when this class is. After he's going to show up, but that'll be it. You remember Brian, Levi?
I think so. I'd have to see him to remember him, but I remember the name.
And Michael Bradshaw contacted me the other day. He's interested in getting back into class with his 9-year-old son. You hear that, Warner?
Yeah, Spidey, cool.
Yeah. So he asked me the class, so I couldn't give him an answer. But nonetheless. All right. So Madeline's not here. Samhita, you get to lead the punches.
Punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Double punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Keep your enthusiasm. Just count a little bit slower.
Triple punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Four punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good job. Thank you. Good job. All right. Let's start where we left off. We have an advanced class here. I'm going to get Kelly on this side.
Here he comes.
Oh, Anthony. Hi, Anthony. All right. So we were going to start with a set from katas. We're we're going to work on Wansu this time. All right, so the first move of the kata, or the first move of the 10th set, is to step in and elbow. Then we're going to turn around and elbow behind us and get ready for an opponent over here. So everyone knows this move of the kata. So what I'm going to show you here is that I'm stepping in deep. My foot is between her legs. And that's so when I turn around, I have this much leg to pull back. And that's the elbow. My hip moving back that way. And my elbow's going from the right. So I'm not doing this really. I'm here and I'm moving my whole body backwards into the elbow. Right? So I'm here, I step in, my foot between her legs. Turn, and so I was in an elongated front stance. So I really pull back here. Now in this next move, I defensive front kick, and I move my foot back where it was. So when I turn around this way, I have that same pullback on the elbow. All right. So again, we're going to work on this set. So stepping in, deep, elbow, this arm's here. Turn around and use the change into a cat stance to elbow Kelly. All right. Kelly's going to do it the same way I do. Okay, so that was really good. She's going to try to get another inch or two on that step. Good. All right. So I'm going to count off a few. Everybody stay on my count, and then I'm going to have you do some on your own. Each time you do it, try to do it a little bit better, like if you were doing the whole kata. All right, ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. Look for your opponent, Marjorie. 5. Look. 6. 7. That's me, I don't have your video. All right, everybody do it on your own count some. Keep working on that long step. That's good. Just work on the piece after the kicks. Just to step in and elbow. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. All right, do it again. Back up a little bit so I can see your legs. All right, go. No, 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 no. Start again. You stepped with the wrong foot at me. No, that's the wrong foot. And now it needs to be bigger. Move that foot further towards me. No, no, not the back one. The other one. There you go. Put your elbow up. Now, don't move your feet. Just twist around. Turn around. Now slide that foot back into a cat stance and elbow at the same time. No, the other way. Slide back towards me and elbow. Do it again. Do it again without me saying anything. Do it. All right, good enough. Okay. So ask me, pay attention now. Because you're doing the moves, but this is exactly why I'm working on it. I want you to take a big step forward with this step. So you're stretched out when you do this elbow. Then turn around, and this is what I was trying to get you to do. Move your leg and your arm together. Like that. Right now, do that a few times. Stand up. Just do the pull back. Let me see. Good. There you go. Do it again. All right. Now, this time we're going to do the other set. So we're going to step in, turn around, this at the same time. Then kick, and arms and legs together. That's what we're working on. I know you know the move, but let's get it exactly together. All right, watch Kelly do it once. Okay, everybody, ready? One. Two. That was good, Ethme, but I want you to do the elbows with more power, so you have to move back into that cat stance stronger. Three. That was better. Four. All right, do some on your own. Go. Okay, everybody hold it there. Now, at the end of the kata, first of all, let's look and see what we've done to Kelly so far. Ask me, pay attention. We hit her with an elbow going this way. We turned around and hit her with an elbow going this way. Then after we kicked that way, we kicked her again. That's me, I lost you. I kicked her again and she fell forward on me. Like that. So remember, in the beginning of the kata, we had to pull her off of us. At the end of the kata, though, we hit her in the chin, we hit her in the solar plexus, and we kicked her. So this time we brush her hands off. But we have to do it with force, hard, because we want her head to go like that. So if I just push her hands off, her head doesn't move. Right? I have to do it hard enough to make her come forward so that I can ridge hand her in the back of the head. So if I'm finishing the kata, I'm going to finish it strong. I'm here, I kick, I step out, so I'm in a front stance, and then this is hard. And then a hard ridge hand from here. I'll turn around this way. That's the push. So my hands are here. The ridge hand comes from here, this way. Push, ridge hand. All right, Kelly's going to do it. Go. Do it one more time and get your foot on the ground before you push. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. So the difference in what just happened there was Kelly firmly had her foot on the floor, and then she did that push away. But it was almost exactly at the same time. Okay? Before she started to do the push down before her foot was on the floor. So by making sure you get your foot on the floor, it comes a little bit afterwards, but very little. Okay. On count. Ready? Do it with force. 1. 2. 'But you didn't do that last move hard, Ethme. Do the last move hard. Also, we've got to fix your elbow. So do the first move. Step in, hold it. So you're not elbowing somebody taller than Ethme. You're elbowing another Ethme. That's right. And put your hand up by your elbow. The other hand. That's correct. Like a leg brace on a chair, you're bracing your elbow. And that's how high you want to go, right? Because you have to keep everything into like the same size as you. You understand? Right. Because then if somebody real tall is doing this kata, or somebody shorter than you is doing the kata, this move still looks the same. Nobody's trying to hit like a shorter person or a taller person. All right, keep going. Hard. Hey! That's it. Yell on that last move. It's the strongest move of the set. All right, where were we at? 1. Levi, is your back bothering you still? Good. Relax a little bit then. Your shoulders are tight. You don't need that tightness up in your shoulders. You're striking with your hips. 4. Relax. Still got to relax. Your arms are tight. 5. All right, do some on your own. Marjorie, when you're doing the sweep down, leave a little bend in your elbows. Your arms were too straight. That scares me. All right, go again. That's better. Use those long legs, Warner. Stretch out a little bit more. Good, that's much better. Okay, rest for a second. I always get a feel that you're trying to match my stances in size, Warner. Where, of course, your legs are like twice as long as mine, so that would make your stance a lot bigger. All right, let's go back to the set that we were working on in Seisan and everything. It's always good to practice that one again. So Kelly's attacking with her right hand, and I'm guarding, locking, and guarding at the same time. And then my arm is going inside her attack because she's like this, so her arm's in the way. So my elbow goes inside her arm in order to get to that vertical back. My elbow wrap it in. Then you're grabbing a hold of her and pulling her forward. That, I made a mistake. This hand goes, the guard hand goes back to my hip along with the pull. See how I'm shifting my hip? It's my hip shifting back like that, using the cat stance that's pulling her off balance. But I'm staying in balance. And it's a distraction with a cross step kick, when she attacks, lock, turn my hip, punch, turn my hip, strike. So the big thing that we want to work on is that constant shifting of your hips back and forth. Like in with the attack, the shift of your hip back, turn of your hip into this downward block, punch, and then reach into this other hip and counter turning your hip as you strike, which is another way to generate force. Okay, let's see Kelly do it once. Now, after me, I know this one's new to you, but you can do it. Do the best you can on it. Watch Kelly do it first. Good. She's going to do it once more, slow this time. Even if you don't have it exactly perfect, try to practice the moves, and the last move should be the strongest. Starting up. That's a right cat stance. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 'Good job, Margaret. 5. Right, do some on your own. Good job, Ethme. That's exactly right. Okay, good enough. Rest for a second. So we worked on HwaRang the other day, and this is not a real complicated movement, but maybe doing it like this for everybody will help you out on seeing exactly what the move is. So I'm here, like the top end of HwaRang. I just did the second round, and my attacker is coming from this side. So Kelly steps in and punches, so she's here. She's actually going to be a little bit closer because she's trying to hit me. All right. So I don't have enough room to step towards her like we do an attack for one. So I'm putting my foot here to ground myself and get into a back stance. And then I'm punching across my body like that. So Kelly's going to step out of the way. That's what I look like. I'm in a back stance, and I'm punching here. Now, part of the force is that I'm pulling this hand back to my hip really hard. All right? And that's part of how I'm getting force in that little bitty short distance. All right, so Kelly's here again. Like here, where she is now, if she just punched without stepping, then I could step into the punch, like we do in attack form one. But that's not what's happening. She's on top of me in here, so I'm blocking it in close. See how I blocked it that time to keep her from hitting, and then punching across the body. So I don't have room enough even to do the shift like we do in solid stance one. But this is sort of an advanced version of solid stance one, Marjorie, because we're getting the power without doing the full shift. So the reason we can get that power is because we're used to shifting in solid stance one. All right, so one more time. So she attacks, and I block her attack without changing my stance. I hold my stance, but I pull this hand back to my hip hard. And that's always this. You know, if you get a hold of a person, you pull them into the punch. All right. Block. Don't keep the back stance. Block.
Oh.
Good. Don't worry about the next one. Block. Just the block this time. Ready? Block. Now rip. Punch. Don't change your stance. Keep your back stance. Do it again. Block. Now hold your legs. And rip the punch. Good. It's real easy to start to shift out of that stance, and that's the whole point of the kata, is to practice that move. So I'm here, and I'm going to practice holding my back stance and punching across. And I'm going to step into the next one and hold my back stance and punch across. And then hold my back stance, punch across, and then you go forward into an X one. All right, just one punch.
What punch?
One punch. One. Good. Go back to the knife hands. 2. Pull your hand back to your hip harder, David. 3. Good. Try to hold a back stance with your legs, Ethme. Don't change into a front stance when you punch. 4. Good. Pull your hand back to your hip harder, Levi. 6. Good job. You changed your stance, though, Madan. You punched hard, but you changed your stance. Hold the stance. 6. There you go. Now try to get a lot of power and hold the ground with that stance. 7. There you go. So part of it is visualizing your opponent as close as they are. That's why I showed you where Kelly was to me. They're close. 8. 9. Get the stance before you punch, Warner. You're punching 2 simultaneously. Block, then punch. 1. That's it. All right, do some on your own. Go. Don't rush. Block, then punch. That's it. That's it. All right, everybody rest. So I could see with Warner and Kelly especially that we need to differentiate between what we're doing, what kind of set that we're doing. So this is a Taekwondo kata. In Taekwondo, they really over-exaggerate these movements. Way beyond what we do. They over-exaggerate them to the point that they preset some of the movements. Like the downward block. Levi was asking me the other day about bringing your hand up to your ear. In Taekwondo, they would bring their hand up past their ear in order to get the biggest downward block that they possibly could. In the Japanese karate katas, they do them block punch, like we do in quick form 1. But in this kata, this is the Taekwondo kata, so we need to keep some of the spirit. Even though we're not going to over-exaggerate the moves to the point of outside of the realm, we're still going to do a strong downward block and then a punch. So what I see is people trying to put those too close together. So block, then punch. Instead of, like if you were doing Wansu. All right, block, then punch. Because we're not getting enough power in this punch. So that's what we're going to practice it for, that power. All right, so let's go back to the beginning of the kata. So beginning starts with this left hand push, double punch. I like to practice this set. So you turn your head, cross your arms, change your horse stance to a back stance. That's when your hands move. Then avoid the sweep, uppercut, punch. So on the avoiding the sweep, the main thing Sanhita was working on the other day was squaring your shoulders off. So don't stop here and then punch from there, try to twist to here. So that comes, again, from pulling your hand back to your hip. hand back to your hip, and then you have a lot to come down with into that punch. All right, watch Kelly do it. She's going to start. All right, hold it there. So when everybody starts, you're going to be in a horse stance with your left punch up. We're not going to do the very, very beginning. All right, go. Good work. All right, everybody. That's me. You know this one. 1. I'm waiting. 2. 3. 'Use that final stance, Levi. Drop into it. 4. Yeah, that's it. Try to grab the ground so you don't wobble. 5. 6. 'All right, everybody tune up that last punch. Make it stronger. Don't forget to breathe hard. All right, do some on your own. Go. Watch your head, David. You're jerking your head forward at the end. Keep your head still. That's it. It's not your head, it's your belt. Punch hard at me. Hard. That's it. Every time do that. All right, Russ. All right. So this time I'm going to do a set from a kata that you don't know, Anthony, but it's not very many moves if we don't move our feet. We just turn our body from side to side. So you'll be able to pick it up. Pay attention to what I'm going to show you. Make sure I'm in the right spot. All right. So I'm standing sideways like this, and an opponent comes from the side. I'm going to have Kelly do this. So, like she's charging me, and I stop her. So it's like football players do a stiff arm. Then I'm going to punch her and turn my hips to punch. Punch, and then the same arm strike. That can also be a block. So it's like punch, and she starts to punch, and I block. All right? All right. So we're going to do it from this. So I'm stiff arm into here. All right, so what we want to practice as we watch me is I'm going to turn my feet all the way around so I'm pointing the other way. And when I do, I'm going to punch towards the camera. Then I'm going to do a middle block. Then I'm going to turn my feet all the way around the other way and punch at the camera again. And then middle block. All right, starting sideways to the camera. This is my left arm. Everybody do this with me. Twist, punch, block. Punch, block. All right, let's try that one more time. So we're here, put the stiff arm up. Ready? Punch, block. Other side, punch, block. All right, do it again. Ready? Punch, block. Now the other side. Punch, block. Good work. All right, Kelly's going to jump in there. All right, hold it there. Put that block back up. That's me. You ready? 1. Okay, again. Let me break it down to 2 different things. So when I say 1, punch, block. 1. Stop there, everybody. 2. Good. Again. That's me. I'm putting you up on the screen because I want to see what you're doing. All right. Spread your feet out like you're in a horse stance, like we're going to start our punches, like the beginning of the class. Okay? Now, turn your feet to the right, away from the staircase. The other way, all the way. Good. Now, put your left hand up towards the camera like you're saying stop. Now, punch right at the camera and turn your feet all the way around so they're pointing towards the stairs. Go. Now, put your punch up. But turn your body all the way around towards the stairs. Leave the punch up. Straight. Turn your body towards the stairs. A little bit more. Now middle block. Now turn your feet all the way around the other way and punch right at me. Right at the camera. You're not turned enough. Turn more. Now middle block. Good. All right. Put your stop hand up again. The other hand. All right. When I say 1, turn all the way around. A good punch and then middle block. 1. That wasn't a good punch. This side now. 2. Good. All right. Watch me, ask me. So a good punch is this. All the way out. Then block. Good punch. All the way out. And then block. This isn't a good punch. All the way out. Then block. All the way out. Then block. All right, everybody, on count. Ready? 1. On count. One side, then the other side. 1. 2. Good. 1. 2. 1. Come on, ask me punch. 2. 1. 2. 1. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, very good. All right, everybody pick a kata to do. We have like 2.5 minutes. All right, respect, ready? Do one of your katas. Go. That was good. Ask me it's better. I want you to think of the end of the sets like the end of a sentence. And you have to put a period on the end of the sentence. So every direction that you go, you need to put a period on the end of it. Don't really rush to the other side. Just like when you're reading sentences, you don't rush into the next sentence. Okay? All right, go ahead, go. All right, that's good, everybody. Come to ready. All right. Saturday depends on how cold it is. It doesn't look like that there's going to be rain, but they acted like that it would be in the 30s. So the 10 o'clock class on Saturday morning is a little early if it's going to be in the 30s. So I'll post whether or not we're going to have class Friday night. All right, that was a good class, everybody. Come to attention. Why do we follow the rules?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Thank you. Respect. Who's number one?
I
Good night. Good class.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Take care, guys. Enjoy the class.
Good. Thank you, Warner. Good job, Marjorie.
Thank you.
Hey, Kelly, did Taylor get back?
He did, and I visited with him today, so